whatever the last number on your license plate was, depending on the day you could get gas. If you had an odd number,
wow.
If you had an odd number and it was the odd number day of on the calendar, you could get gas that day. If you had an even number, couldn't get gas that day.
Yeah, what caused that?
I know that's crazy.
The OPEC.
So what exactly is OPEC? OPEC stands for the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. It's made up of 12 countries, including Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, Kuwait, and Iran. The group controls about 80% of the world's oil reserves and 45% of global production.
OPEC.
All the shit that was going on with the Arabs and the shit overseas in the Middle East.
So that's because really, that's when the whole conflict with the Middle East started to
the Middle East been, man, that conflict been going on.
Oh, well, no, I'm talking about, that shit goes back to the Crusades War. Basically.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as, but.
I'm talking about the more current.
Put it like this. This is right before Iran takes the hostages.
OPEC was founded in 1960 in a bid to control the export of oil to the rest of the world.
All this is going on at that time.
That's the shit we grew up on.
In 1973, OPEC issued an embargo against the United States and parts of Europe, leading to oil shortages and a global economic downturn. OPEC's subsequent influence declined during the 80s and 90s until the events of September 11, 2001, which saw oil prices rise once more.
See, a lot of people don't realize. I don't even think the show come on no more. The TV show Nightline.
No, I don't know. We might not.
Ted Koppel.
Yeah, Ted Koppel. Nightline was because of the Iran hostage situation. That wasn't no show.
Is a new broadcast in the sense that it is permanent and will continue after the Iran crisis is over. There will also be nights when Iran is not the major story, when we'll bring you briefly up to date on Iran, but we'll focus on some other story.
That was because motherfuckers got taken hostage, and after the local news went off at 11 o'clock, Ted Koppel came on to report what was going on with the hostages in Iran. And it never left. It just became a permanent show and never left.
That's some history, huh?
And that helps put things into perspective, because that's the history that we grew up on. But now you see,
that's
you
how
see it from a different perspective.
That's how Ted. That's what blew Ted. That's how Ted Koppel became a household name, because you knew who Ted Koppel was. Why? That nigga come home telling us about the hostages every night.
Hit Mike's at Ted Koppel.
God, I've seen the 70s when motherfucking minimum wage is 3 and change. I'm from those days, guys.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. At that time, 3 and change
couldn't get you shit.
No, it's not gonna get you shit, but it was definitely more than what it could get you now. Way more than that.
Put like this.
Because it's like there's different levels of inflation.
Oh yeah, the equivalent. Put like this. Everything has gone up.
Right. Everything. And that's what I'm.
I can show the time periods. I remember when sneakers jumped.
But that's my point. That's what I'm saying. Like now, if you look at the American dollar, like back in the day, you know, a dollar's gonna get you a 5 cent. Let's say 5 cents is gonna get you this, that, and third.
My whole time growing up, God, they've been talking about the dollar ain't worth shit.
Right.
It ain't worth. A dollar hasn't been worth the.
I remember that. No, but I remember that.
The whole.
No, God, but you got to look at it if you really, because we were at a.
Remember,
but do not. We were at a time where we could look at the dollar a certain way. See what I'm saying? And we could see that this year we was able to get this amount of candy with the dollar, and next year you weren't able to get a fucking bag of chips.
Yeah, but now that same little kid got more dollars on him. I think what the crucial shit is, it's the social currency.
And that's my point too. Like
it's still the same. What I'm saying is, it's still the same type of poverty, haves and have-nots, right? But what makes it more like oh shit, the flip is the social currency. Like for instance, we all needed sneakers back in the day, but look at the value put on sneakers now versus 40 years ago, 30 years ago. You say people are still poor, but the mindset has changed.
You gotta look at it like this. Jordans is the first sneakers that was over $50.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, yo.
That was the first, and over $50. Your parents are that nigga. Is you crazy? For some tennis shoes? For tennis shoes?
Yeah. That's how my old was.
For tennis shoes.
My old was like, yo, what you want some shoes? You
Tennis shoes? What the hell? You
I
crazy?
don't even play tennis, motherfucker.
Like that was
But
unfathomable.
So it went from tennis shoes, but then they wanted to become basketball shoes.
No.
The basketball.
No. That was just a term that people from that time would refer to sneakers.
No, I know, but now now
they was
No, but basketball.
Adidas was popping before.
No.
You know.
We were calling them basketball sneakers. That's what old folks would call them.
Pumas.
The older folks would call tennis shoes. My generation, you gotta remember, the generation that's right before me is the generation that first started wearing sneakers and jeans daily. Before that, you didn't wear jeans every day. What?
It's like more like brothers is like wearing suits and whatnot.
Wearing slacks.
Jeans was work clothes, strictly work clothes.
Yeah.
You didn't wear jeans every day. And sneakers, what? Sneakers was from May to September. From Memorial Day to Labor Day. That's what sneakers were for. At gym class. That's it.
So now the people put value on things differently. You put more value on the tennis shoe, the sneaker, basketball, whatever.
Nah, it's just you gotta remember.
No, definitely. Definitely. Nobody was getting killed for sneakers like the way it is now.
Well, it wasn't access for certain shit at that time either. You gotta remember. The shit we see is the shit we wanted. The world we live in is the world we created. Just look at video games. We started off with a dot. 3 dots. 3 dots in a line.
We went and developed that.
and we done took 3 dots in a line to where motherfucker they put your face and you on the game.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
That's us. Cause like my grandmother's generation, they don't even understand the video game.
Right.
In their mind, they like this. Why is my 26-year-old son playing this game? What is this? I don't even understand that.
Right.
And I had to explain it to one of my grandmother's friends. It's like, yo, what y'all don't understand is, because in their mind is, I'm not spending no $400 on a game, then y'all gonna just play it 1 week and then y'all that's it. You know, because that's how they still think how kids play the toy. They play for the week. They don't even play with it for the rest of their life.
Right.
Nah, this shit is drugs.
Yeah, no.
This shit is drugs. This ain't no toy. This is
No, hold on. Before you get to that, but I'm from the generation where parents really use the video games to keep their children in the house. Like I mean, I was a generation out. My generation went outside. We was outside kids, but like that was like the first time that we was like, no, I don't want you to be on the streets. And they gonna use that video game as a tool
to keep you. No, it's something to keep you put like this.
Keep you like that.
I have to keep you occupied.
And know that I can see you and know that you're safe. I can feel right in front of me.
Prior to that, the parents were sending the kids
outside. Right.
Like, go
wake
outside.
Up,
clean, get the fuck out. Come back when
like
the sun come down.
Right.
Getting back to the video game. But like I said, the video games is what they are now. What we wanted. I remember the first, Dragon's Lair is the first video game that had real graphics. That was cartoon graphics that looked like a cartoon. Didn't look like a video game. And you've seen the progression as time has gone on. But that's what we created. The motherfuckers who create the games now is our age. So they've been playing it as long as we've been playing. So when somebody said, I can't say, that's not a drug. It's what we created.
Yeah, we create drugs. Like,
Nah, but that's
shit.
that's not a drug, guy. That's something
Yeah.
we
No, that's a drug.
That's what's
a drug.
keep you. We was
That's
like,
a drug.
where those people gonna go? You said, like you
everything.
said,
Hold on,
fast. You said,
are you
said,
saying it's an addiction? It's an addiction,
right,
not a
right.
drug.
No, it's used
no,
as a
but
drug.
it can be applied as a drug. It can
Hold
be.
on. This what I'm saying. Y'all, it's what y'all saying. I understand what y'all saying. We saying the same thing, but which the wording y'all using, no, it's an addiction, y'all mean. It's not a drug. It's an addiction. Anything can be an addiction. Drugs is just a symptom.
No, but what I'm saying,
They're not-
what I'm
listen,
saying, yeah, right. No, but they'll use this product as something to keep you alive, and that's the nature of the devil.
God,
That's the nature of the devil.
God, anything can be used like that.
Yeah, I know that.
But
water can
the
be
old
used like
guys, the old folks, because they can't, like you said, they can't express that. Because you know,
It's a different time. They from a different time.
right? But the thing is, it's a warning. They be like, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing, but
That's
I don't approve of it.
That's the
That's
fear.
what you doing. I don't
God,
approve
God,
of it.
that's the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
They got-
No,
that's
no,
the
no, no,
fear
no.
of
God,
the
but see, God,
unknown.
look, God, we know the reason why, right? So,
God, the fear.
right?
They speaking on what they scared. Why? They never seen this shit.
Right, but
The
right.
fear of the unknown.
However, what they can't, with certain things that they can't describe, it's what I'm saying. It's a warning. I know that because I'm getting older, and there's certain things I to stay in tune with the youth, so that when you speak, they understand what you're saying. That's what you're doing for the old folks. We got to go back and forth. We can't. Meaning
that's always been that.
we can't let people's the old folks is dying. Yeah, we get
God, that ain't nothing new.
Right. Right, but
new.
the thing is this.
But
Okay, I'll give you an example. Hold on, I'll give you an example. Right, boom. When cracks first came out, right? People knew like, oh well, that's it's illegal. It's like cocaine, whatever. But they didn't know what a crackhead was, right? The first crackheads was always the top the top people in the neighborhood. Always the flyers, always the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, the very first crack, very first crackheads,
that was a cool thing.
we
know them.
Those are the cool dudes. The very first crackheads.
Out here, maybe.
Huh?
In Trenton, nah, God. It wasn't put like this. The first crackheads was the winos.
It's
First
different out here.
The first crackers was the dudes that was partying and basically getting money. They was the getting money dudes.
And the bitches was spreading that shit.
Yeah, right. Because it was like, yeah, we gonna go fucking and rock up.
It wasn't that much money yet because wasn't no outlet for the drugs like that. Only thing you could sell was weed and dope. Coke was a rich man. Wasn't no a coke game on the street like that.
That was
Crack
some fake
bought-
elite shit type almost.
Crack, but not
It wasn't-
fake
I'm
elite.
saying
It
it
wasn't
wasn't-
fake
it
elite.
wasn't
was
common.
just-
It wasn't common.
It wasn't fake elite shit. It just was expensive.
This
you
is got-
you
but-
selling to poor people, niggas.
Right.
You,
And that's
they,
where- that's
you buying
where- that's
$50
where
a gram. They ain't got $50 in the hood.
But that's where that's partly where the appeal came from. That unknown shit. Like
Nah, the appeal. God, what was crack billed as?
what was billed as?
Yeah, what was it billed
Cheap
as?
high.
No, what was it billed as?
I don't know what you mean. In what context do you mean billed
Well,
as?
how was it promoted? See, I'm from that
It's
time.
more affordable. You said
No. What was it promoted as?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not
The
sure.
new weed.
It's in Woolies.
No, you didn't. Stop. The new weed.
That's just
It
like
was-
K2 was like the new weed.
No. They were saying it's the new weed in the sense of this. Cocaine, unless you had money, you couldn't get no cocaine. You wasn't getting no cocaine. Crack made cocaine affordable.
Right.
So it was the new weed. It was you finally get that cocaine for the weed price. So that's the new weed. That's why everybody was, like I said, everybody tried it.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
Put it like this, it was the only drug. Think about this.
But the first people who really had access to it was the ones who was hustling on that level and was like, I got this now. I can spread.
No. It wasn't even like they were just introduced to it just to smoke. Because remember, crack wasn't nothing. You gotta remember.
That's base.
No, base and crack is two different things.
I know, but
Yeah.
it's going in the same direction.
But no, base. Everybody knew what base. I'll tell you how a crackhead told me like this. He said, "Yo, said I had smoked base before. You know," he said, "This how you used to be. You be playing cards, be in the basement playing cards Saturday night. Motherfucker having some rock. They cook it up in the spoon, boom, 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 in a little shake bottle, boom. Put it in. Pass the pipe around. You know, you finish playing cards and that was it." He said, "Man, this crack." Said, "Hit that shit once, and you was off to the races." He said, "It wasn't none of this. We gonna continue to play cards." No, nigga, fuck this cards.
Everything sped up.
Yo, Fakeem describes that. His time, like, you know, he went and like, yeah, man, like, yo, you got some rock? And he's like, yeah, I don't really fuck with that shit, man. He's like, yo, man, no, this is how you gotta do it, like this. He's like, once it hit him, like, he was like, yo, what the fuck? He was like, after that, he was like, yo,
it was something different. Like you said,
death, hell, and destruction from there on.
It was something different than base. It was something different.
See, but my point is this: you see how we can analyze it from a certain perspective now. Now imagine if you could go back and tell these people when they was basically babies, damn near, the science of it. Even if some people still going to experiment anyway, but like, yo, hold up, this ain't what the fuck you think it is.
Right.
Nobody knew. That's why I said this.
Right, but
no.
You know why? You know why? Because we get caught up where the past, the present doesn't connect. It don't connect.
God, nobody could. This what you got to realize about crack. Crack is the only drug that caught everybody. You had motherfuckers who never did anything but try crack. Never tried a cigarette. Never drunk no alcohol, never tried no weed, never tried no dope, never took no pills. But they tried crack.
They got lined up.
Think about that.
And they was lined up.
No,
Whoever
no,
gave
no.
it to them knew what's up.
They knew what's up. Yeah, right.
Put it like this.
Because what would they even be doing in a place to be doing drugs and other shit? It's like not even. They don't smoke cigarettes. They don't. They go to church and shit like.
Because motherfuckers can get caught up.
That's what I'm saying. They got lined up.
Not lined up. No.
So they just walked along the street and picked up the crack.
Somewhere along the line, there's a lining taking place, guys.
No. Not a lining in the sense of this. Motherfuckers not intentionally trying to. We trying to set them. No, guy. When I'm talking about, you can get a motherfucker in a situation, because I seen it from my own eyes with myself, right before I moved to New York, in Trenton. I seen myself on some, yo, niggas that got some powder. This is about a month before I moved to New York. This is September of '98. It was a Monday night. Niggas got some powder at the bar. Everybody was out. So niggas went down the block so they was going to do the powder. So everybody, it was like about a good 15, 20 motherfuckers went down. Walked down the block. Got to this porch. Niggas sat down, boom, start crushing it, start passing the bill. Now, this is the first night. Now, who the fuck you sniff or not? I don't care. I don't care. That's your business. That night, you just saw everybody who was sniffing. And I said to myself, yo, this how easy it is to just get caught up in the moment. Because everybody having fun. Coke is right there. We got weed there. We drinking. Shit, M sniffing. C.I sniffing. Shit. It's one of them where it's like, where if I didn't have that clarity to just be doing the knowledge like that, God, I'd have sniffed that night. Not because somebody was making me. Not because anybody was trying to set me up. No, guy. Just caught up in the moment. Fuck it.
Yeah, but see, with that science there, you talk about like the connection of the past the past and the present, like that disconnect is that can continually happen because that's happened like that. What you're
That
talking
wasn't a
about,
disconnect.
but what you're saying that's a fact of life. But when you get to the point where the past is not connected to the present, it's just gonna keep happening. So that mistake that you made, your kids come right behind you and make the same mistake and not even really realize because they're not connected to you.
Well, now, put like this. Right now, as far as crack, there's not a new crackhead every day anymore.
Not even because of how it has been promoted, but there has been. That's crazy. I've seen crackheads in fucking 2020. Like what?
There's still some crack. Put like this.
New crackheads like
No,
you
put
smoking
like this.
crack.
But that
But
the lowest on the
but put like this.
lowest on the chain, like
Right,
you know.
because of the propaganda wheel, it
Now you got to also remember, a lot of crackheads is clean.
INFMEGA did this.